Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. Today's EUS reviews, we have a Xin Zhao game, Udyr, Evelynn, Zac, and another Xin Zhao game. You can go through the timestamps on this video. These were all the notes. First game here, I think this was a pretty bad review. Just a really sort of unrealistic game, and sort of going too much on that whole early game with Xin Zhao. Really just ditching camps for not really a good enough reason. The Udyr vs Rumble game, this was pretty good. The path in was good, but an unnecessary dive. I think we sort of got sloppy in the mid game here. Evelynn versus Xin Zhao. The Xin Zhao sort of just fell over himself. We sort of just started reviewing the Xin Zhao. And then Zac, Elise, this is a Zac one trick. He is like an 80% win rate. This was really interesting. We sort of reviewed from the Elise perspective, thinking about how he could have shut down the Zac with the winning lane matchups that he had. That was a very interesting review. I would say we didn't even really have an answer to that one. I was a bit confused that review. And then we finished off with a Xin Zhao game, and it was basically end of review. Completely poor path in and poor win condition identification. This game is such an important review to watch to just see how quickly games are just over from the get-go. Enjoy, guys. We'll see you in my next video. So the first one here is Xin Zhao versus Nunu. EUW Grandmaster, and this is Jemini. Gemini. Alright, so game plans. We've got a Rumble top. We're playing into a Quinn. I mean, we have a Quinn on our team. Quinn's the type of champion that if your Quinn loses early, it's really bad. But also, bot's going to be pretty chaotic. This is a really tricky one. I think there's a lot we can do this game. Oh, sorry, that's treating me at top, I believe. I'll just start red for most options here. Yep, cool. Holding his water, Xin Zhao. Not really a fan of this. Xin Zhao is a pretty good early game champion. I would be wanting my ward to be switching out to sweeper, so then I can have a lot of good impact. A lot of good impact this game. So what happened in the early game? Why did they do some evade or something? He just doesn't switch out to sweeper. Oh, this thing happens. Oh, he tries to. Oh, disaster. I think it's his base cancel. I mean, we are basing on a ward here, guys. So this is, I don't know if he saw this. So yeah. All right. Anyway, so it looks like he tried to, but he didn't. All right. So not starting game with sweeper. With sweeper as Xin Zhao, really bad. Need to pressure early. The way that I view it is the yellow trinket is a minimize non-pressure ward, and red sweeper is like, let's have a good early game, yeah. But I definitely would start red here and then see. So it looks like Quinn actually matches the Trinia, which makes sense. Okay, a bit of a kerfuffle happening here. We go straight for some level 2 gank. Holy moly. Alright, so I guess he's trying to like, oh, what a disaster flash. Do we know where Nunu started? This is really important. Well, let's get, how do I show summoner names? Where's my audio as well? Why is it not working? Oh, here we go. Oops, let's try and track where the enemy jungler started. Very important stuff. Okay, they both sort of showed at the same time, so it looks like it's actually Elise. We actually don't exactly know where Nunu started. So this is, we're a little bit of a disadvantage here in the early game because Nunu should know where we started because we got the bot leash. Punish in top wave. Beautiful. Love it. Easy peasy. Excellent. Oh my god, we're ganking again. We have 4 CS, guys. 3 minutes. Love it. We have 0 flash. Okay, so let's just try and assess here if this is gankable. So, I guess the fact here that... what I'll be doing here is I need information on Nunu first because we have 0 information on Nunu. I don't think taking any risks is worth it right now. Like we've already had a pretty good early game, I would say. You know, like we obviously assisted mid. We assisted mid and we got their gank off top. But yeah, I mean, on ward or not, okay, it looks like he does show an award here. But, you know, we have no sweeper. Like, we're really disadvantaged in this early game. Anyway, my point here is that this moment, I think we just relax here. And just do our camps. I don't think it's necessary. I think we weren't trying to do too much in the early game here. Take top camps, but it's more the mindset of just take top camps. We need info on Nunu before we do anything else. Because we're really lost here. Okay, like Nunu could easily just be hovering here and just like counter gank or something like that, right? Maybe not exactly at 2 minutes 40 in the game, maybe not. Okay, that's a bit strange. Okay, so now we know where Nunu is. Alright. But then we decide to again skip our camps. Okay. Alright, we are level 2. Level 3 Xin Zhao is very useful because you get the W to jump on it. Okay, what's going on here? Very aggressive. The thing about putting yourself in situations like this I've found with Xin Zhao as well is they sometimes can't go back in terms of clearing camps, because right now he physically can't do raptors, right? So he sees Nunu bot and he's like, well, I'm gonna come straight bot. Again, we're level 2, guys, not level 3. So we like sort of forced to chase this in a weird way. I don't know. He's definitely creating chaos, which is pretty good. But you definitely want a chaotic game as Xin Zhao, but there is a limit to it in terms of making sure you're still getting some experience and gold yourself, clearing your jungle camps. Good E. I mean, good W. Oh my god. Alright, we do win this game in 15 minutes. I mean, maybe there's just not much we're gonna learn from this VOD, guys. I mean, we're just getting free kills everywhere. We have 1700 gold. Okay, let's just assess the quality of this gank. Guys, this is really important. In terms of, you got to think about the next wave coming up when you do a gank like this. You have to like time it in your head, and you can know where the enemy wave is by looking at your wave. So that's definitely an extra factor we need to put into here. So I need to factor in the next minion wave coming. You know, and at the end of the day, I don't think he needs to do anything fancy here. Like he should have won the game at this point. You know, like his Quinn is gonna obviously is a counter pick to Trinamere. We're dominating that. What I'll be probably thinking here is like, I just want to just reset and then just come top and maybe punish this wave after my reset, because you got 1700 gold, you know. I think that this may work this game for him, but if he plays like this with Xin Zhao, he will be losing a lot of games. This is not, he's overdoing the shit out of the whole Xin Zhao early game jungler thing. Reset. Top's pushing back. Okay, we get a blue buff. Okay. Oh, we still don't have sweeper. Okay, I'm gonna have to call that one out. No sweeper. Very bad. Need it to pressure lanes. We also have no control wards, but we sort of greeded our inventory. Alright, so we need to think about the question we always ask in this situation is, what do we lose by showing tops? Obviously, they know we're here. Silas doesn't have ult. Rumble, do we know if Rumble has ult or not? I don't think we do. I think we probably should actually know he has ult. He just hit level 6. It's actually just a really bad ult from the Rumble. I guess he thought that Rumble would go on him. Okay, I guess he comes on him now. Alright. So obviously we lose Dragon. I mean, I guess this is fine. This is worth, yeah, I mean, pressuring up top. So, yeah. I think here the conclusion is overdoing the Xin Zhao early game mindset. You know, paid off this game, but we'll lose him another game. Need to still be pathing well and pathing efficiently and pressuring lanes. That's a skill, right? This is not really like, this is just like go to lane, go to lane, go to lane, go to lane, kill, 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 kill. And there was just lots of opportunities this game that that he got. Versus Rumble, EUW Grandmaster, and this is Supmas 113. We reviewed against the Creox. We reviewed Creox 1 earlier in the week. So now we're looking at Supmas, Supermassive. Alright, so game plan here for the Udyr should be to, against an Ashe Lulu bot lane, they're pretty dominant. I wouldn't want my bot lane to be leashing. That's a factor. We can start leashless pretty easily as Udyr. And we've got an Akali top. I mean, I think starting red here and pathing bot is the way to go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this because if bot lane leashes and Ashe Lulu gets bush control here and start pushing them off and get control of the wave, it's really, really bad for Jin Leona. Because Leona needs to be pressuring it in lane early. So I'd say this is really, really, I don't enjoy this pathing at all. This game, it's best to start red, I think, and path bot. Maybe he's trying to match the Rumble top, but he just paths towards bot. And Rumble should path, that's good pathing from Rumble, actually. Because he should be playing to protect his bot lane, because his bot lane held out scales the Jin, Leona guys. So good pathing from Rumble, bad pathing from Udyr. He's going to get nothing done in this early game. This might just be like a lane difference game. What happens bot out of curiosity? They start bot lane and they still win. Gets bush control. She just... Okay. Well, that's not a good example of what I just said, guys. I mean, Lulu just walks up, right? And trading flashes like that, Leona is so good. Like, so good. Like, honestly, the enemy bot lane just fucked the lane. It's just over, guys. So, yeah. That's not good. Okay, we see Rumble bot side. Very nice clear, finishing at 304, and he goes straight bot. Yes, I love this. This is, okay, this is really good. This is good. He's identifying that there's nothing to do top. Okay, we've just salvaged the early game here, guys. And it's crazy that Udyr can do this. He can full clear and still manage to get down bot for the bot crab. And he obviously knows Rumble's here. Alright, so we've just salvaged the early game. But then my next question is okay, what happens if there was the Rumble cleared faster or this was another champion, right? This game could have been a lot different. So he double crabs. Udyr's coming to clean up. No way. Alright, so he obviously that's a good reset after that whole top thing, and then he comes to get into Rumble's. Oh, sorry, he reset beforehand. Okay, my bad. Losing track here. Alright, so the first question we ask you is, where's Rumble going out of base? His Gromp is up. He could probably go either top or bot side, to be honest. I wouldn't contest the Gromp. I don't think there's any reason to. Mid has push, so don't go for the Gromp. Okay, we see him on Gromp, great. I don't know if he knows that Lulu has no flash, but my mindset would be definitely to be playing around bot lane. Really good bubble by Zoe here. Excellent stuff, guys. We get Kali ult, cool. We take the Raptors because it's safe to do this. We're pretty strong. Getting in Rumble's face. He obviously knows he's on Krugs now. Jin's a little bit far away. Alright, so let's just assess this Krugs take. You always got to be careful in these situations. Yes, it's the right idea here. He's okay, I'm stronger than Rumble here. I want to keep getting into his face. But the enemy bot lane could always collapse sooner. Remember? So, yeah, you got to think about in these situations. So, right idea, track in Rumble and getting into his face. But always need to be careful that your bot lane cannot help in this situation. I mean, I guess the bot lane can help if they literally push in under the tower. But I mean, I've lost games like this many a times. So you need to, yeah, this is definitely not good. Zoe has a good roam. Okay, we come straight top side. Leona has roam. You see supports roam at this time a lot in high elo, but not in it's probably not reliable in lower elos. But this is, yeah, very standard stuff. You're going for a dive top. Sorry, this is Elise in top. We're skipping all our camps to do this. This is fine because this is a very high impact play and Leona's here to do it. So this, I'm happy with this. Yeah, Lee Sin's really fucked now. Alright, so at this point he knows he's traded sides because Rumble hasn't showed it all top sides, so he knows that Rumble's just taking his bot camps. Alright, how much gold we're sitting on? We're sitting on 1,400 gold. what I'll probably be doing now is he's going to just do Herald, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. You could reset, get some controls, get proper setup. But I think this is fine as well. I'm happy with this. I mean, we have some good vision here. We know if Rumble's coming for us. Alright, let's see how he uses this Herald. Looks like he's just going to go straight top and just try and use it top, I guess. Yep, this is good. Good, he does a Rift Herald top. Nice. Okay, so this is the philosophy here, guys. When you have a... So his top lane is absolutely dominating and winning. He actually doesn't want to create chaos in top lane. He wants to keep it very nice and stable because his Aatrox is going to win that naturally, and Rumble can't impact top. If Rumble tries to come top, Aatrox will double kill them. So your mindset right now should be leave Aatrox top lane. He's already winning, and now impact bot side of the map and figure out a way to Herald and break either bot or mid. Probably, I mean, mid's still 5 plates. This is 4 plates. Again, we want to get towers to 2.5 plates. So this is very good principle. So when top lane is winning, do not break the tower. Even though he could have broken the tower, keep them in lane because he'll just keep denying CS. As Aatrox will keep denying CS. And the key thing here is Rumble cannot impact top at this point. So the only way that... Sometimes there's a really good question saying, what's the only way the enemy team wins? And the answer is like, their Lulu Ashe sort of like scales and they kill bot. Like, it's probably too late at this point, but that's a really powerful question to ask. So, powerful... So high quality question ask is... How can the enemy team win this game? And the answer to that is through impacting bot side of the map. And then if we're there, they can't impact it. Alright, because I mean, we're just a 4-1 Udyr, we're out of control. Good control wards here. Oh wow, we're actually just going to dive this. Do they have all ults? Okay, I'm not sure about that one. I feel like we can't really dive with an Udyr. Like, you just run at them. I mean, I guess Udyr has flash. I don't know if he knows they have all sums and stuff. Yeah, this is just a bad dive. Okay, important mindset, guys. We've already won the game. We don't need to risk the game by doing some weird shit like this. Just do Dragon... Control topside. I mean, if you're going to make this play, you need Leona. You need Leona. Enemy team has all sums. I mean, he's probably just getting really cocky here and he thinks he's really far ahead. Just take the dragon, you know. Also, Leona, I'll be controlling my Leona. I mean, sometimes it's hard to control your supports in this situation, but Leona should not be top side. This is very, very strange. This does nothing, okay? So you see how Jin just has to sit here? Because it's like the jungle and the support are separated here. It doesn't make sense, right? What's going on? Everyone's just having sloppy macro at this point. This is just really sloppy stuff. Because they couldn't do anything bot because Leona wasn't there, right? Alright, so that's a key massive mistake there, sort of from the whole team. So, let's just say here, need to control Leona and tell her to play around bot and dive bot. It's not like they're behind. It's like she's leaving anything. Jim was like 40 CS up and then he had just had to weak side, right? Again, top's all good. The only way to win this game is just through impacting bot. These are, Curtis and I talk about this in one of the Broken by Concept podcasts about qualities of a rank 1 player. They're very good at controlling their teams. And I love to do this in my games as well. And I think it wins me countless games is sometimes your supports, you need to like put them on a leash if you say, because sometimes they get in this thing, it's like, oh, I'm a support, like I call JJ roams, or, you know, like Mickey X roams, like I should roam. But it's like some games you shouldn't roam, you should actually stay in lane. Sometimes you just need to tell your team This is more like, again, high elo stuff. Yeah, so Curtis and I talk about the controlling your team in episode number 10 of the Broken by Concept podcast. We talk about the qualities of rank 1 solo queue players, plus solo queue communication. That tied into it. We talked about that for a bit. Evelynn versus Xin Zhao. EU West. What's this guy? EU Masters here. I think 400 LP's Grandmaster. Let's just say Grandmaster. Magic Jungle. Alright, so we still need to be careful of Xin Zhao in the early game. So what I'll be doing here is, I mean, we could probably path either side. This is the good old super secret Nathan Mott. I love it. You should review this No Invade Black Leaves on NA. I think we review enough of him, Philip. Hi Nathan, how are you, Poop Butt? I'm great. Good to see you here, Poop Butt. Alright, so he's trying to do like a fancy path here where the enemy Xin Zhao doesn't know where he starts. Oh, he did. They actually watered this. Okay. So he doesn't know where he started. But I love the idea for this. If I don't know where an Eve started as Xin Zhao, I'm so disadvantaged in the early game. It's unbelievable. So this is good minimizing. I like this. So I would say in pathing, I'm not too fast. I mean, we can do a lot. We can do a lot of path in this game. I like the Raptors start to try and confuse Xin Zhao. Obviously, it doesn't happen in this game, but this is good. Excellent. Excellent. Do we know where Xin Zhao is right now? Yeah, because this is really important. We must have an idea of where Xin Zhao is. Alright, so that's a pretty obvious bot leash. Yeah. So we know that Xin Zhao started bot. And we're probably just losing our bot camps yet. So Xin Zhao should definitely be invading with that bot priority. Just trying to gank mid. Don't know about that gank. Okay, the Xin Zhao looks quite confused here because this is... He knows that the Xin Zhao started Raptors. I mean, the Evelynn started Raptors. Because Eve she's just won the other game. It's just over. It's just over, man. Because now she gets for all her camps bot. So I don't know why Xin Zhao didn't invade with the priority he had bot. Oh, Vayne DC'd. Oh, I was wondering what the fuck happened there. Got it. Oh, this might just be unrealistic, this game. I guess he's trying to like go and defend his top camps or something. He even knows that Eve wouldn't do it. Eve's not even going. He's even seen the base. I'll definitely be invading with Xin Zhao. He should just be camping here. Alright, so I think anyway, let's keep reviewing the Eve's perspective. Alright, so let's just say amazing early game. So amazing early game for two reasons. Game, great top gank, and we know where Xin Zhao is. Whenever I know where Xin Zhao, when a strong early jungler is as Eve, that's a win. That's an amazing early game in my eyes. So like literally just that information of knowing where the enemy jungler is amazing because you can just do so much with that. You know, we're just sitting here. You see the fact that Alistair's here without Xin Zhao. Oh man, like I just want to end the review here, guys. Xin Zhao's just fuck this. Because Eve just had a free early game. She's 2-0. Got as many camps as she's won. Now Xin Zhao comes. Great stuff, Xin. So let's just note here. Xin Zhao really let Eve get a free early game. Elsa did the right thing, but Xin Zhao just let Eve do whatever she wanted. And we had the information, guys. This wasn't like a in hindsight thing. It's like, oh, it's very easy to say now, Nathan. It's like, well, you know, we had all that information. We could have made that. We knew Eve ganked top. Pushes in top. I mean, we're just doing amazing here. Yeah, I'm just going to end the review there. I don't think there's much more to go for this one here, guys. All right. How does he choose players? So, hey, Reka, yeah, it's been a while since we ended the Discord. We've been a bit of a hiatus from public content, I guess. It's been sitting behind the scenes, I guess, the Broken by Concept podcast. Yeah, you can recommend a high elo player we can review. Hey, Reka, this is all about learning together, reviewing games. Calvin Price says, honestly, stop it. This is a joke, lol. Eve should have 12 CS and 1 kill at 4 minutes. Yeah. I think we could have definitely utilized our bot priority a little bit better there. Very fitting name. Alright, so our fourth game of the day. Zach versus Elise. His name is Lost Human. US Master, Lost Human. I love this ward, the Nathan Mott ward. I do this every single game. It helps minimize. We've talked about this on stream a lot. It just prevents so many bad early games, so many invades and stuff. It's the ultimate minimization ward early game. Alright, so come here, start in red. Just path into the Yumi lane. I think red start, okay, he's doing leashless here to really minimize here. Interesting. Again, so, sort of same thing as the last game here, guys, is that doing leashless to confuse enemy jungler. If I don't know where the enemy jungler, the enemy Zac started as Elise, it's really bad. No, I guess this clear is probably just flawless here as well. I'm actually super interested. And if Zac just gets a full clear off here for free, it's really good for him. Okay, interesting. Oh, we see Elise. Elise sees him. Gets away. Alright, so we know Elise, quick tracking. She has blue buff, 12 CS. That means she has to have only done these 3 camps topside. Okay, now Elise tries to invade. Aftershock. This Elise is just getting pummeled. Alright, we've successfully minimized early game. Alright, so a key thing here, guys, it's probably really small, but the fact that he doesn't E his camp, or maybe he didn't E his camp by accident because he didn't have it up. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Because I'm like, what I thought he was, this is some next level thing here where he's like, he's holding E because he knows Elise is here. He's going to come. Because this is what wins him the game, literally just having that E. Because obviously he gets the aftershock proc, that extra damage. We get a successful gank off bot. We knew Elise was here. I don't know about this gank. Let's break this gank down, guys. So we know Elise's bot side 100%, right? We know she has no flash. She's probably doing the crab. Maybe he thinks he can quickly get away with this gank. Okay, I think this is fine. This is fine. I guess he's sort of just got to commit to it at this point. Yeah. I mean, you know, when you do these type of ganks, you know, we know Elise's bot. It could be a risk. We've already done a great job to minimize early game. I mean, they're just dead here, I guess. Alright, well, the game's over here, I think, guys, honestly. And this game makes sense to me now. I think this gives more of a game where Elise has just fucked up majorly. So let's think about options here, guys, for Elise. She has 3... So if I just think about this in isolation, she has 3 lanes with priority. Actually, maybe mid not so much. I don't know how that actually goes in the early game. 3 potential lanes that she can utilize, especially against Yuumi, and we're not doing anything to punish Zach. So obviously, Zach does a good job here in terms of leashless. So what I would be doing here, so number 1 is we need to get information where Zach started, because he can do this whole leashless shenanigans, right? So as Elise with this Renekton comp, what I'll be saying is straight into here and I'll ward here. Alright, second thing here is, again, obviously not pathing into Renekton, what Wally just said. At least Renekton is a devastating combo. But I don't think it's actually that necessary to path into Renekton. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Maybe I'm trying to shut down Zach too much. Maybe it actually doesn't even matter that much. I think starting red has the most options for Elise. This is the path that I'll do, Wally. I want to get your opinion on this because you're the Elise expert. Red, Raptors, Gromp, look, because I don't want Zach to just take my Raptors for free if I do some random shenanigans here. Assess, then look to maybe do, and then basically you're looking to do like double crab or path down here. So show path, Zach says not using a Jin Yuumi lane is a bit trolling though. Yeah. I mean, this is a tough decision for Elise, isn't it? It's like, well, we can also abuse the Renekton lane, you know? We can also abuse the Renekton lane. Renekton Elise is one of the most devastating early game combos, especially for dive in. Because we could just win this game by making Lee Sin go 0 and 10. Alright, so let's say for Elise, we have 2 options here. Maybe blue start is fine, but I think the mid gank is what loses him this game, 100%. This is where it all falls apart for him. Don't overcomplicate ganking mid, who cares? Just, what I'll be doing here is thinking about using bot priority. I guess we don't even know where the fuck Zach started anyway. So Zach says the game was already won by champs. Like, this draft was impossible to lose to Zach. I think it's the contrary. Why would you say it's impossible to lose? Technically, you have no pressure in the early game to mid game. Your team just like outscales, right? I feel like if Elise plays this well, you actually shouldn't be able to win this game at all. Yeah, so I'd say this mid gank is where it really falls apart for Elise. If she's going to start blue, I'll be doing blue, Gromp, Bam. But again, with the problem, this is it all falls apart because we don't know where Zach is. So I'd say for Lee Sin's perspective, so let's switch to Lee Sin perspective. A couple of things that he needs to be thinking about in the early game here. Feels the hands. Step 1, must get an early ward in enemy jungle to invade to know where Zach started. Step 2, so not least in Elise perspective. Either pressure Zach on second buff or hard play around Renekton. I think those are the two options. Okay. He did neither of those this game. Yeah, I agree. I think Elise into Zach is a little bit annoying, but I don't know, like, Elise into Zach Wally is bad when you don't have laners that you can utilize. Look at the laners that Elise can utilize this game. I feel like Zach shouldn't be able to do anything this game. And that's the thing as well. He needs level 1 wards on Zach. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, Zach obviously played this really well here and just minimized the early game, and then they just won triple kill bot and it's just game over. Alright, let's just look at a team fight quickly as well, out of curiosity. I mean, I guess we're just so far ahead it doesn't matter. Okay, interesting, the gold's actually even right now. Elise is 0, I mean, the game's just over. Elise is 0-4 with 40 CS. No, never mind. There's nothing really to look at here. Yeah, there's no win con for the enemy team. They're not further enough ahead. Like, the way that I view this is actually, even though the gold looks even, I'll say this is like a 6k gold advantage for the red team right now, just of how hard their comp out scales. US Grandmaster, and this is... sorry, easy skip. Yeah. Alright, so path in this game, we've got Xin top into a Shaco. Karma Tristana. I'll definitely path in towards bot this game, 100%. Definitely don't want bot lane to leash as well, because their poke, the strength of Tristana Karma is going to be all gone. So we must start top side this game. I mean, and starting top is so good. There's so many reasons why we're going to end the review if he starts bot here, by the way, guys, because there's so many options. Because I love matching Shaco pathing because it gives me so many options. Because let's say if you like ganks here or here, and I have bot priority, I can just invade here. Like, I can't even explain to you how good starting blue here is. It's just out of this world. Let's just take a look. And then we'll explain why he has to start blue. Okay, he starts red. Alright. He does do leashless though. Okay, I will review this game now because he does do leashless, which I am satisfied with. Okay, so let's just talk about theory here. Why starting red is just so important. I mean, starting blue. One, matching Shaco gives you insane early game options. 2, bot lane cannot leash. 3, bot lane is also win con. Play around priority. If Nautilus loses lane equals useless. So let's talk about the theory again, why matching Shaco. Let's think about all these options. So let's say Shaco does, so one, against Shaco, sometimes I like to start, he's even starting his yellow trinket, guys, he's not using it. I start blue here, and I ward this at 114, because that prevents the mid gank, right? So you could just track the shit out of Shaco the entire early game. So one, the ward as well, and then let's also say here, the 114 ward to deny Shaco mid gank. Because also Anivia is pretty, I mean, Anivia's not that good into Syndra, but she's good into the rest of the team comp. So let's say Shaco does this, and then decides to gank mid. Great, we see it, we deny the mid gank, so he can't gank mid. And then he goes bot side, and we've cleared all these camps. Great, we have bot priority, we can get into his face and actually fight him here and deny the crab. You just have so many options. If he does this and ganks top, great. We have free reign to do anything bot, and he's weak side in his Nautilus bot lane. So that's really the theory around that. And bowling can't leash because they must get... Karma has to get some early empowered cues. Who knows? Maybe he loops back down. He does wolves. Oh, look. Anivia played that really well to deny this gank, but let's say the Anivia in another world doesn't hover bot side or even go for this ward. Maybe she was lucky she just went for this ward. Then she's just going to have to burn her egg here and maybe even die, right? So this is super lucky. But she's hovering bot side. She's pretty smart. She's playing around the Shaco well. Okay. Imagine if we would have been bot right now here, guys. No wards. We kill bot, game's over. Okay, again, easier to say in hindsight, but like playing around bot here is so important. Oh, wow. He's just warded this. There's no tracking going on here. Guys, help me understand. What does this ward do? We know Shaco has ganked mid with... We saw him mid. He was red buff with 12 CS. There's no logical sense. This is the most useless ward in League of Legends. Okay? He's done nothing in the early game here. Right? So we got no tracking going on here. Pointless ward. There is no intention behind this ward. Random. I think we're on autopilot. The fact that we're losing bot crab with Tristana Karma against a Kai'Sa Nautilus is just out of this world. And now we're going to gank set top. Sure, might be able to do something. Killing set, guys, does not help you win this game at all. This is important as well. I literally couldn't care less about this kill. Okay, yeah, sure it works out. But yeah, let's just end the review, put path in. For poor path in. And no intention with first ward. Yeah? And he does lose this game. His bot lane just gets destroyed. Yeah, it looks like he played around topside this game and it's not going to do you anything. I'm sorry. The fact that we're losing 3 dragons is just out of this world. Alright guys, very good review I think. Important. Pathing is so important.